Hi everyone! It's 4 o'clock and you know what that means. It's time for Wonder Sparks DIY Puppet Craft! Woo! Hi everyone! Welcome to today's Wonder Spark DIY Puppet Craft. My name is Christina with Wonder Spark Puppets. I'm going to adjust this just slightly. Great, welcome. And I've got my little munchkin back there. Whoop, right there you can see her. She's a little blob on the bed. I think she's enjoying these little 4 p.m. rituals. So I hope you are too. So once again, I'm with Wonder Spark Puppets, and just a reminder, we're doing these for you every single day. We're doing DIY puppet crafts every weekday, Monday through Friday. We're here at 4 o'clock, and then on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, we are at 10 a.m. So we're here for you and your family. We hope you're enjoying, and if this is your first time, welcome, and we hope to see you again. So let's get started. As always, just a quick little reminder for stay up to date on all of our wonderful goings on. You can check out wondersparkpuppets.com. So there you go. All right, let's get started. Today, I gave you a little preview here. I left the camera on if you could see. So today we're making these fun snake marionettes. Yeah, so I don't know if you saw the little teaser video that we put out today, but I made the string extra long on this one so that I could put it on the floor and kind of pull my little snake puppet behind me like they're my little pet. So he's flopping over right now. But I thought that would be really fun to have a little puppet pet snake that you can kind of drag along as you go. So this is what we are making today. Very fun and exciting. So what you will need is a couple sheets of construction paper. I'm going to do a different color. My sample is green and yellow, but today, what I'm going to make with you all today, I'm going to do blue and yellow, just for fun. You can do whatever color you want. So I'm going to need 2 full sheets and then a little bit extra of one of those colors or a different color. And then I also got a 3rd color just for the tongue here. So we don't need very much for that. I'm going to use orange. So why not? So we've got our construction paper. We're going to need some scissors. We're going to need either some tape, or if you want, you can use a stapler. I'm actually going to stick with tape today because sometimes staples can have those rough little edges and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just going to stick with my trusty tape today. We can use a glue stick as well for some of the finishing touches. And if you have googly eyes, here's my trusty pack of googly eyes. You can use those. Or as always, we can always use our markers or crayons as well to draw on any eyes or details that we might want. And lastly, we will need some string so that we can turn our snake into our snake puppet pet. So, speaking of puppets. All right, someone's on the move. I'm going to assist her down. Excuse me. There we go. Sorry about that. All righty. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to need is with our 2 full sheets, we're going to want to fold those a couple of times. So I'm going to take my first sheet and bless you, Peach. I'm going to fold it hamburger style, right? Hamburger style. I'm going to fold it once, 1 fold, and then fold it the same way twice, and a 3rd time. I think Princess Peach was drinking her water too fast. She's coughing a little bit. All right, so when we open it up, we've got, it should be 8 pieces. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 even folds. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing here with my second color. Once again, I'm folding it hamburger style. once again and once again. So I folded it in half, hamburger style, 3 times. So that was once, twice, right in half again, and then 3 times. So just as with the blue sheet, when I open it up, I'll have 8 even folds right there. So now the next step is we're going to take our scissors and we're just going to cut along all of those, all of those folded lines, right? So we should have some nice even strips. So I'll just cut along those folded lines. And you know what? I planned ahead. So I went ahead and did all of my cutting, so you don't have to sit here and watch me cut 8 strips. So I'll set that aside. So all you have to do once again is just cut along all of those folded lines for both of your colors. So now I have all of these strips here. Got my yellow, got my blue. Now for the construction part. So I'm going to start with yellow. Why not? I'm just going to take this strip and bring it around into a little loop, right? So I'm pinching the ends together right now, and this is where my tape comes in handy. If you prefer, you can use a stapler, but I'm going to use tape. I think it's quicker and simpler. So I'm just going to tape it in place like that. So I've got a little ring here. And next I'm going to do the exact same thing with my blue sheet. But this time I'm going to make this loop around this loop. So I'm going to take my yellow, I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to put my blue piece right through there and then loop it around so that they connect. See that? So we're kind of making a little chain here. Some of you might have done something like this before. There we go. So I've got 2. Let's do one more. And same thing here. And I'm going to do alternating colors. Alternating means you're going back and forth between yellow and blue, or whatever colors you chose. So I did yellow, I did blue, now I'm going to do yellow again. And just tape that loop together. See? Now, once again, I have planned ahead. So I went ahead and looped together most of my strips here. So this is kind of what it's going to end up looking like as you alternate between your colors, creating those loops. So lastly, I'm going to take what I've done with you here, and I'm going to take what I've done previously, and I'll just make one last blue loop to connect them together. This might be a little tricky. So I'm going to go through the yellow loop here, and my other piece, I'm also going to go through that yellow loop and tape it together. There we go. So this is the body of my snake puppet. There we go. Isn't that fun? All right. And actually, this is quite long, so I have a couple extra strips. It's okay if you don't use all of them. Again, you can save them for another day, another craft, another puppet. So I'll put those aside. So I've got my snake body here. Oh, actually, I can use one of these strips, which is what I did earlier, to make a tail. So all I'm going to do is, like about halfway down, I'm going to cut a little point into this strip. Let's see. I don't want to get my fingers here. There we go. So see, I've taken this extra strip and I made a little point on the end. And, oh, you know what? I'm going to tell you a little tip. So on this end, I ended with yellow, and here I ended with blue. But I want to end on the exact same color, so I'm going to add one more yellow loop here on the end so that both ends end with yellow. And that just helps your head and your tail kind of stay on the same side so that it's not a little wonky. So here we go. So on this end with the yellow, I'm just going to tape my tail, or actually I can use my glue stick this time, whichever you prefer. I'm going to use my glue stick here, but really whatever works for you. I'm going to put a little glue, and just right on top of that end loop there, I'm going to glue my tail. See that? Great. So now we're going to want to make the head. And for that, I have another little piece of blue construction paper. Don't need much. It's about 1/4 of a sheet. We probably won't even use that. But I'm just going to make basically a triangle shape. And it's just going to have rounded edges. So if you want to, you can trace this on the paper first or make an outline and then cut it out. Sometimes that helps me, but I'm just going to be risky and free cut this here. See how it turns out. Everybody see that? All right, not so bad. So it's basically just a triangle shape here, but with rounded sides. And that'll be my head. So same as we did with the tail on the end yellow loop. So if I lay this chain on the table, if you can see, this is the side that I put my tail. So I'm going to make sure if it's laying flat, I'm going to put my head on the same side. And again, I'm going to use my glue stick and just put a little spot of glue. And we can glue our head right on there, like that, right on that end yellow loop. Okay. All right. So now we can we don't need this piece, probably too small for me to do anything with it. So I got it out of the way. Now we can decorate our puppet a little bit. If you want to use your markers and draw any shapes, maybe some scales or anything on the body of your snake, you can do that. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some little black dots for some nostrils. Right there close to the end. Added some little black dots. And I have my googly eyes, so that's what I'm gonna use for my eyes. But if you want to take this moment and draw your eyes onto your puppet, you may certainly do that. All right, so these are peel and stick. So I'm going to peel and stick. Right about there. And right about there. Cool. So I've got my 2 eyes. Got my 2 nostrils, and the last thing I'm going to add is I'm going to make a tongue. Ooh, here's something interesting. The scrap that I used to make my tail, right? Remember we cut out that little point? This is kind of the same basic shape that I want to do for my tongue. So if anybody wants to just go ahead and use that piece for their tongue, they can do that. But I want to be crazy and use a different color. So I'm going to use this bright orange, and I'm just going to kind of copy that shape. There's a little strip here. Go ahead and cut that. So kind of a long skinny rectangle, and then just cut a triangle out of one end of it. Like that. So it kind of makes that same shape that we had. And that'll go right underneath the head, just like that. So he has a fun little funky tongue. And once again, I'm going to use my glue stick for that. Okay. Ta-da! All right, so now we basically have our pet snake. All right, nice bright colors, nice funky little tongue, but it's not a puppet yet. So we need to make a control for this puppet. So this will be a marionette, and marionettes are controlled from the top. They're controlled by strings. So that's what our yarn is for. Here we go. I'm going to get a nice, fairly long piece. Yours doesn't have to be this long. But, as I said, if anybody wants to go back and watch that little teaser video we put out earlier today, I made mine long so that I could drag it kind of behind me on the floor, like a little pet. So, the first loop where the head is attached, I'm going to take my yarn and kind of do what I did, almost the same thing as I did with the construction paper. I'm going to loop it through. See, that first loop where the head is attached. And then I'm just going to take the ends and tie a knot. Just whatever kind of knot you can tie. I'm going to do 2 right on top of each other so that it stays. All right. And now our snake has gone from just a regular snake into a snake puppet. My control is caught on a loop here. There we go. So here we go. See? So I'm going to stand up a little bit so you can see a little bit better how he moves. If this were on the floor or a table, whatever you have, you can pull him along with this string. You can waggle him back and forth so he has kind of a snake-like movement. And you can also, I'll hold his tail here, you can make him stand up or sit up, whatever snakes do. I guess they don't really stand. Look around, and maybe he hisses. And then he can go back to slithering around. So that's how you can use your Snake Marionette. Very simple, and I think they're very cute. So I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. So thank you again for joining us. Once again, we're Wonder Spark Puppets, and we do these every single day, every weekday, Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. We're doing our DIY puppet crafts. And every Saturday and Sunday, it's at 10 a.m., so every single day. And we also have live streamed puppet shows every Friday at 11 a.m. So lastly, in terms of our live stream puppet shows, you have a chance to enter to win your very own private live streamed puppet show if you go on our website, wondersparkpuppets.com. You can go to shop, and there's an option to buy a raffle ticket, and that raffle ticket enters you in a chance to win your very own live streamed puppet show. So along with that, along with the raffle, you can buy all kinds of merch at our website. It's really cool. It's really great quality, so check it out. And we also have added memberships. So if you go to the website, there's a button that says support, and you can join our membership program. There's all kinds of perks. There are longer access to those live streamed videos because we're not going to keep them up forever, but you get longer access to those if you're a member. You get discounts in our store. You get puppet chats, and you get extra raffle ticket chances. So there's all kinds of little perks, and it's super affordable. So if anybody wants to check it out and show a little support, we love it. And you get all kinds of reward options. Okay. Lastly, this is something that's very exciting. We have a sponsor. So we are sponsored by Swing It Playsets. Swing It Playsets. And they're actually doing something really cool. They're having a contest. So you can enter in 2 different ways. You can either make a 1 to 2 minute puppet video, or you can take a picture of a puppet that you've made and send it in to them. So you'll want to send it to play@swingitplaysets.com. That's play@swingitplaysets.com. And the subject line is contest entry. So you can either send your short 1 to 2 minute puppet video or a picture of a puppet that you've made. And there are prizes. So for the winner of the Best Puppet Show, you'll win a Kodak Pix Pro camera. And for the winner of the Best Puppet, a Haba Doorway Theater. So you can make your own puppet shows with the puppet that you made. So lots of cool stuff there. Definitely be sure and check it out. Email your submissions to play@swingitplaysets.com. If you need any more information, please visit our Facebook page or our website, and you can find out the information there. Thank you again so much, and we'll see you back here at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye.